Hey there, curious minds. Today we're diving into one of the most viral moments in primate research history. And trust me, it involves a very angry monkey, some cucumbers, and the secret origins of your sense of fairness. Strap yourself in, because we're about to discover why your tantrum over your sibling getting a bigger slice of cake is basically evolution in action. So let's set the scene. It's 2003, and two scientists, Sarah Brosnan from Georgia State University and Franz de Waal from Emory University, are conducting what would become one of the most famous experiments in animal behavior. They had two capuchin monkeys sitting side by side. Both monkeys had to hand over a small rock to the experimenter. Basically the easiest job ever, right? Monkey number one hands over their rock and gets a grape. Delicious. A 5-star reward. Monkey number two does the exact same task, hands over their rock, and gets a cucumber slice. Now normally, these monkeys are perfectly happy with cucumber. It's a decent snack. But what happens when monkey number two realizes their co-worker's getting grapes for the same work? That's right. This monkey straight up refuses the cucumber, throws it back at the researcher, and basically goes on strike. And honestly, same little dude. Same. Now, you might think this is just a monkey being dramatic, and okay, it is pretty dramatic, but what Brosnan and de Waal discovered is actually groundbreaking. See, for decades, scientists thought this sense of fairness, this, hey, that's not fair reaction, was uniquely human. You know, tied to our fancy brains, language, laws, and sophisticated social structures. But this experiment showed something huge. The building blocks of fairness exist in other species too, particularly in animals that cooperate with non-relatives. Think about it from an evolutionary perspective. If you're a monkey who teams up with others to find food, defend territory, or hunt, you need to know, am I getting ripped off here? If your hunting buddy keeps taking all the good stuff while you do the same work, you're going to find a new hunting buddy, right? The researchers called this first-order inequity aversion. Fancy science speak for, I know when I'm getting screwed over and I'm not happy about it. Here's where it gets even more interesting. Brosnan and de Waal didn't stop with one study. They tested multiple species. Capuchin monkeys? Yep, they hate unfair deals. Chimpanzees? Absolutely care about fairness. Dogs? You better believe they notice when another dog gets better treats. Even crows and ravens showed they care about equal rewards. But here's the twist. Orangutans? Couldn't care less. Squirrel monkeys? Meh. Whatever. The pattern? Species that cooperate outside of family groups, that hunt together, form alliances, share food with non-relatives, those are the ones that develop this fairness detector. But humans and chimpanzees have something even rarer. Second-order inequity aversion. That's when you notice you're getting the better deal, and you actually feel kinda bad about it. In one experiment, chimpanzees could choose between two tokens, one that gave them more food, one that split things equally. When they needed their partner's cooperation, they chose the fair split more often. They were literally sacrificing immediate rewards to keep their partner happy. Mind blown. Okay, so why does any of this matter? Well, according to Brosnan and de Waal, understanding fairness in other species tells us something profound about ourselves. That gut punch feeling when someone cuts in line? When your coworker gets credit for your work? When you see inequality in the world? That's not some recent cultural invention. It's rooted in millions of years of evolution. Fairness didn't evolve because we're naturally good. It evolved because cooperation works, and cooperation requires keeping score. Animals that could recognize, hey, this relationship is one-sided, could find better partners, and their genes spread. But here's the human special sauce. We took this basic, don't rip me off instinct and built entire societies around it. Laws, contracts, ethical systems, all built on this ancient foundation that we share with capuchin monkeys. So next time you hear someone say, "That's not fair," remember, you're not just voicing a complaint. You're expressing an evolutionary adaptation millions of years in the making, one that you share with monkeys, apes, dogs, and even ravens. And that angry cucumber-throwing monkey? She's not just having a tantrum. She's defending a principle as old as cooperation itself. Thanks for watching. If you learned something today, throw a like our way. But make sure everyone else gets to like too because, fairness. Subscribe for more science that makes you go, huh, neat. And remember, we all deserve grapes, not cucumbers. See you next time, fellow evolved primates.